Hey, welcome back, knife nerds and everyday care people. It's the Big Canucker, and we have got ourselves a couple of classic knives built by Boker. And we're going to go over these. These are actually courtesy of Alberta Firearms. He's asked me if I would maybe kind of help him sell it, and I just thought I would show you guys what's special and unique about these two knives, and hopefully we can perhaps put one in your pocket. All right, let's take this one away here. Let's start off with the first one. Let's start off with here the Boker M4 Sherman Damascus knife, and I have to say that I think that this is a gorgeous little blade, and we're gonna pop these out of this custom kind of holding case here. Let's just see how that, up at the bottom here. So these are handmade at the factory in here. Let's put this aside here at Solent, Germany. Sorry about that. And I'm going to pop this off because it's here. We have a M4 Sherman Damasteel or Damast or Damascus. This one happens to be 80 layers of hand forged Damascus steel using components from an actual World War II German M4 Sherman tank. And I think this is an absolutely gorgeous knife. Just to kind of go over some of the specs on this. This happens to be overall length of 6.89 inches. It's 3.03 inches long blade. The blade thickness is 0.13, so it's got a little bit of heft to it. Weight wise, 3.77 ounces. It seems like you've got a titanium lock side with a micarta show side with, it looks like you've almost got like a gear wheel here in the pivot. It is an absolutely gorgeous knife. I'm gonna flick this. Oh, I'm a little bit worried because I don't want to damage this. I don't want to do anything to this because there we go. Because this happens to be such a gorgeous knife. You look at here, I'm not sure if you guys can zoom in on that, but you can see that the Damascus is kind of a ladder pattern, 80 layers there, and they've kind of designed it to look like the tracks that the tank would leave when it was traveling through Europe. And ergonomics on this knife are actually fairly decent. This one here could be, I think, a user. I think it's incredibly sharp. It's made in Solingen, Germany. I haven't used this, cut it, done anything with it because I don't want to kind of detract from the value. It looks like it's numbered here, 1025. There's not very many of these made. This one happens to be list price $562.95 USD. So that works out to be around $750 Canadian. I know right now, I think they're willing to let this one go here for $485. Shipping included, I do believe. So if you want to get yourself a piece of history with an M4 actual M4 Sherman steel in it, you can take this one home. It has a hinder over travel stop, and you can see that it's got quite the nice thick. It's also got a Reeves integral lock with the frame, a couple of really big beefy thumb studs. And a nice, almost like a burlap micarta on there, and it just looks, I think, tremendous. And I haven't put any lube on this, nothing, because I don't really want to mess with it. I don't want to put any sort of stains on it. Somebody who buys this is going to treasure this knife forever and ever. So I'm going to have this for the next little bit. I'm going to take it back if I don't sell it here. It's time for it to find back to its home. And you've got, of course, you got to have a lanyard hole here too, because I think the lanyard hole is got to be on a knife. You got to put a lanyard on this one. If you're going to take this one, you're going to buy it and you're going to put it in your pocket. And if you're a World War II enthusiast, then this is the one for you. So let's put this back on there and let's look at another one that is quite special. Oh, I don't want to cut myself there. Oof. Okay, we'll drop that one off to the side. Here we have the Turpitz. And if any of you are wondering why this Turpitz is so special, It's because it's actually made again with steel by from the I'm not going to say if it's SS Turpitz or I'm not sure what the German affiliate is for their battleships, but there was a World War One and World War Two battleship called the Turpitz. It was the sister ship of the Bismarck, and it got sunk in 1944 in a Norwegian inlet. And a lot of the steel was they thought lost the history, but they ended up pulling some of it up, and they used it to forge the blade on this as a 300 layers of Damascus. I want to call it Damasteel, but it's not. They call it Turpitz Damascus. They're using pieces of the original battleship in this 300, and it's really awfully hard to see on camera. But when you see it in person, this gold plating over all the entire knife is all 24 karat gold, so you know it's not going to be any sort of there's not going to be any sort of rust or anything like that on that, because gold does not tarnish or rust on its own. So it's going to be lasting forever. Now, this one is completely hand built. This one happens to be number 222. So any of you guys out there are number aficionados, 222 is the one to get. Now, this one happens to be I do believe it's $1,549.95 USD on the Boker website. So that works out to be around close to $2,000 Canadian. Right now, this one can be in your pocket for $9.99, shipping included. If you happen to want to have some insurance on that, it would be plus some insurance. But I just thought I would give it a try to sell this to these guys. And I'm just amazed at the size of this and how smooth this is. Oh, I don't want to flick it too hard. Because, I mean, I don't know. It has a tip up, tip down carry. You can actually move this and put this over top and put the carry. So it's a deep clip, tip up, tip down. It is only left-handed or right-handed. There is no left-handed position for that clip. And it looks like you've kind of got a ship's wheel here in the pivot. The handle is made out of high tensile strength aluminum, and this happens to be with the coat of the Turpitz coat of arms in walnut, I believe, with Turpitz right on there. Now, all the screws are 24 karat gold too as well. Every piece of hardware on here is 24 karat gold, including the little liner lock here on the inside. It's all 24 karat gold, so if you need to take this apart, you can. Now, the overall length on this is 9.02 inches. Blade length is 3.9, so it is kind of a fairly thick, heavy blade. Weight is 6.35 ounces. Now, this is one I don't know if you're going to be carrying all the time. I mean, you can carry it. You probably can use it because it is sharp. Whoever sharpened this did a great job. But it is 24 karat gold plated, so I don't think you'd want to be scraping that off. Even the thumb stud here is 24 karat gold. A liner lock. And yeah, so this happens to have even the Solingen Germany, the Boker signal or sign on the insert there. Now this one here, they say that the Damascus was built. They don't give a name who's built before, but somebody had mentioned that all the Damascus is built in the States. I'm not 100% sure because this one here says completely handmade by Boker and Solingen. It comes in a frame case with an individual serial number and certificate of authenticity, which just happens to be kind of put aside. So this one here, I don't want to flick this too hard. I just don't want to flick it super hard because I don't want to do any sort of damage to it because it is a couple $1,000 knife. And if somebody wants to have this, I want to give them the first crack at of snapping this thing open. So if they want to use it, all the power to them, but I just think it's a gorgeous piece of art that's going to sit for years. It's a piece of history. If you're a World War I, World War II aficionado, you could own a piece of history right in your pocket for $1,000 Canadian. So I just thought I would throw that out there before this goes back, give it one more crack for you guys to have a look at this. I just wanted to kind of just give you guys an idea of kind of everything on here, because it's not every day that I'm going to have this type of history, these types of knives on my channel. I know that I'm getting kind of more high-end things every once in a while, but this is what I actually feel kind of weird kind of holding because I just don't want to damage it. I just think it's an excellent knife, and I wish you could see this Damascus, this Great Pyramid Damascus, right off where you can see it live. Hopefully you do. So, thanks for stopping by here on a Friday. I hope that we kind of earned a little bit of goodwill here. If you like what you saw, please don't forget to give me the thumbs up as well as subscribe. Just to let you know that we are giving away, when we do hit 2,000 subscribers, we're going to be giving away this beautiful CKC sleeper designed by Adam Gibson, a really good friend. And here we go. We've got the sleeper. So that's what's coming up here in the channel. If we hit 2,000 subscribers, we're going to give this away at our 2,000th. So don't forget to subscribe. Appreciate it so much, you guys. Please stay safe out there. Keep your stick on the ice, the shiny side up. This is the Big Canucker saying adios.